My name's Daniel Rowan, Managing Director of Internetrix. We're here in Wollongong as a digital agency, and my role is to keep an eye on day-to-day operations and work and lead the senior management team, and work closely with key customers as well. Personally, I'm a graduate from the university, so I graduated in 2002 with a Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology, majoring in computer science. So over the last 12 years as a graduate of the institution, I've kept in close contact with informatics faculty, and now in 2013 we're heavily involved in multiple ways. Firstly, we run frequent internship programs. Basically have 2 intakes a year, one in the middle of the year in between semesters and one over summer. So outside of running internships, we work closely with their careers service department. So whenever we're recruiting, we typically don't go to Seek or publish in the Mercury. We pretty much just purchase and get a blast out through the career service email lists for target faculties. The university is a key customer for us here at Internetrix. Pretty much when we're able to call ourselves the preferred digital supplier to the University of Wollongong, and so that means when their ITS or their marketing department has a need in the digital sphere which they can't handle themselves, we're in the fortunate position whereby we get invited to complete a lot of projects for research strengths, as well as faculties, as well as the administration functions on campus. A bit of a change in ownership over the last 12 months here at Internetrix. Founder Jeff McQueen provided the opportunity for the senior management group to complete a buyout, and that's the senior management group is myself, Michael David, and Jacinta Carley. That was. We thank Jeff very much for his founding efforts and the opportunity to take the business over and run it forward. And we have been since pretty much early 2013. It's great being based in Wollongong for lifestyle and talent, but yes, the closed economy makes it important that we diversify in terms of having customers outside of this region. And so, we're fortunate. We see ourselves as currently an Eastern Seaboard Australia service provider. So we typically have customers and target customers from Brisbane down here to the Sydney Basin, into the Illawarra, across to Canberra and the ACT, down to Melbourne and Adelaide. So that Eastern Seaboard is where we pursue customers and have customers. We've got customers right now in Adelaide, Melbourne, Canberra, and right up stretching into Sydney. So that's how we, as well as of course maintaining a strong customer base here in the Wollongong, Kiama and Shell Harbour local government areas. I guess I am fortunate to have a little bit of inside running on the National Broadband Network. I was appointed to Regional Development Australia Illawarra for a 4-year term, which is now I'm into towards my end of my second year on that appointment. And as part of the RDA Illawarra board, I was asked to run the Broadband and ICT subcommittee. So the last 18 months it's been exciting, being invited and attending and being a part of a whole lot of initiatives and projects in my capacity as RDA Illawarra board member. And one of those has been liaising and talking closely with the NBN Co and their representatives in the region. I think it's tremendously exciting, the fact that the NBN is already in Kiama, and notwithstanding the challenges, and it's quite well known they're late on their rollout targets, and it's been a difficult sort of 12 months or 2 years in terms of attaining their goals. But I'm an optimist, and I think it's tremendous that the fibre is coming to Wollongong. I understand that as recently as July 2013, Silcar, the local contractor, actually started. They're in their final phases before they actually start rolling out the NBN through the CBD of Wollongong. Broadly, the first question I ask our customers and potential customers is, how are you winning customers online? And I guess now in 2013, every industry and every business is pretty much focused on that challenge. As far as SEO versus SEM, should you do one or the other over potentially doing both, it really comes down to time frame. So if a business is looking for another 100 leads this month, and then hopefully turn 10 of those leads into 100 of those leads into 10 or 15 proposals, hopefully into 3 or 4 new projects or jobs, then I say search engine marketing if you have an immediate need. You can drive 100 new leads in a month for a business with search engine marketing. Search engine optimization is more a medium to long-term play. So if you're looking at your 2014 digital strategy or goals, that's when SEO comes into play, because that takes months or quarters to make a difference. Our trajectory is to really diversify or have 3 strong business units. And our business units are website projects. So we're well known and well regarded in Illawarra, certainly, as website project. And we plan, implement, build and support websites for large institutions in the Illawarra right down to smaller organisations. So that's business unit 1, and that's still a core part and function of Internetrix. Our business unit 2 is digital analytics, and I guess we've been fortunate to be Google Analytics certified partners since 2007. And what that means is we continue to maintain that certification, and we're really looked upon at a national level as being leaders in terms of being able to help organisations implement analytics, then get meaning out of their data. And what meaning out of their data is really comes down to, okay, if I get 10,000 hits to my website a month, what does that actually mean in terms of engagement? What does that mean in terms of leads? What does that mean in terms of new products or sales? And so we work really at a national level on solving those problems for large, medium and small businesses. Our third business unit is digital consulting, and so that's helping organisations with their 2015 plan in a digital context. So digital is a big industry, a big area. It means search engines, it means social media, it means websites, it means mobiles. So NBN's the fifth sort of, as high-speed broadband comes, how's a business going to leverage that? So I'm of the view that Wollongong market has been struggling for the last couple of years. I think that's pretty clear. As our traditional industries go through structural decline, it's pretty clear that the flow-on effect into other parts of the Illawarra economy have been impacted. So I've got no doubt that it's been a tough couple of years for every business in the Illawarra, or most businesses, probably should say. As far as where things are at now, I'm pretty much again an optimist. I think it's wonderful that NBN's coming. I think that will open up a lot of opportunities. I think it's great how much funding, federal government and state government funding is coming to the region. So federal government's putting in, there's the IRIF funding that came about 2 years ago. That was some Prime Minister Gillard gave funding to some local businesses. There's all of the funding that Wollongong Council has been receiving to do things like the Blue Mile and really transform our foreshore. Shell Harbour Council and Kiama Council are winning projects at a federal and state level as well. Even the GPT development in the mall at the moment, the fact that the mall is a bit like the construction zone at the moment is a negative, but if we take a medium-term view, 12 months' time, a refurbished mall, a new development on Western Crown Street, I think those are the signals that we have to jump on board with and say, yeah, sure, it's been a tough couple of years, but with all of these investments and projects and infrastructure coming to the town, I think businesses should really look to that time frame and saying, the future, there's hope certainly, or if not good times ahead, and hopefully we can work through some of the challenges that we've been facing. At Internetrix, we focus a lot on our culture. So it's important, you can't run any good business without good people. And so we invest heavily in terms of culture, and that's evidenced with things like hackathons. So internally, we will sit down and have days where we break the whole company into 3 or 4 teams, and then look to bring innovation to the workplace. And so, you know, we've been going 13 years. The business was founded in 2000. There's a lot of old policies and old way of doing things, and that's just the way they've been done. But we're constantly looking to innovate. And so the joy of innovation is we get to break up the traditional teams. We put different people in different teams. We then identify problems in the business, or things that have been identified that could be more efficient with the changes in technology, changes in the way we're doing things, changes in what our clients want. And we then basically bring lunch in, shut the doors, and then focus on what we call a hackathon, and really look to solve some business problems through that time. So in the media, sometimes it's called like 20% time. Google's famous for its 20% time. Other big technology companies are famous for ship it days, where you just try and get in, crush something out and make a difference. And so we've scheduled 4 of those, say, over the next 6 weeks. And each Friday, we're having 4 Fridays where we've got internal hackathons, and we've got prizes. We've got an Internetrix Cup, a big trophy, literally, which each team sort of is winning for and get their name on the trophy. And then, of course, in being a Friday, we then try and turn that into a bit of social time, and as we demo each of our products and things like that. So that's just one example of our philosophy, is we try and keep our staff happy. And then from there, we then look out and make a big investment in our systems, and making sure that our customers are using systems that they can interact with us on. And then finally, it's leadership, the senior management team. We continue to invest our own time and expose ourselves to courses that come up in Illawarra. That's through WEA, through some of David Morgan Williams sort of projects, through other courses offered through university, and we make sure we keep exposing ourselves to being good managers and good leaders, and hopefully then we've got a business that's fully aligned and can continue to succeed.